Good morning, everyone, and thank you for having me today. I'm going to talk about Eden Livres' approach to accessibility. So, just to give a little bit of context, the European law will be translated in each country, but in France, the translation said that the law will apply on the 28th of June. So this is in 11 days. So most of the things that I'm going to show you are already in production. Also, I want to point out that there will be a public authority agency that will be in charge of monitoring the progresses and the correct application of the law. The first report of the outcome will happen at the end of the year, so we still have time to adapt, but we already need to make the best efforts right now. To speak about us, Eden was created in 2009 by 3 publishing groups that are Actes Sud, Madrigal, and Media Participation. Formerly known as Le Seuil. We use the Marx technology, and so this technology exists also in France, in Spain, and in Italy. We also made big efforts in audiobooks distribution over the last years, but that's not what I'm going to talk about. So, sorry, I'm going to get water. Excuse me. Okay. So, what we aim at is making all the new releases from our publishers accessible right now. So, as long as it's doable, because if you use only fixed layout EPUB 2, then sorry. But in the second semester of 2015, we expect to convert approximately 4,000 releases. We will start converting the backlist as well, but Emily will talk about it way better than I will right after me. So you may ask yourself what makes a distributor able to handle the conversion of all these books. So one of the main reasons is that we already have all the architectures, we have all the contents, and we are already able to manage all the flows, incoming flows from publishers, and outgoing flows to resellers and libraries. We are already used to monitor all the data that is on our platform. So since I'm gonna do a hopefully working demo that includes AI, we just want to point out our principles about AI. So we want to use a French-speaking AI so that we don't need to use another AI to translate it to French, because it's French books, so the pictures will have to be described in French. And we also want it to be developed by a French company. So if you followed a bit, it reduces the competitors. So, but we are not, we will keep on trying what's the new tools, and since it already evolves so fast, we will see. Just like many of you said yesterday, we want this AI to be hosted locally. It is not going to be shared with any third party. There will be no retraining. There will be no fine-tuning of the model. We have the model as it is. It is in a closed environment. It doesn't speak to anything around. And when new models arrive, we will test it. But for now, it's a closed environment. Our tool is also not meant to replace human. It's meant to be checked by human after. And aside from AI, the tool helps facilitate, fasten the publisher's task. Last point, before we send the files to the conversion tool, there is a legal check because some contracts from publishers with foreign authors just forbid the use of AI of any kind. So some files cannot be processed through AI, but you don't need to use AI automatically with this tool. So what does it do? So I will show the first part, and I will talk about the second and third part after. So how do we process it? We receive the files, we analyze them. If needed, we transmit it to an external platform that I will show, and we re-import it as a WCAG compliant file, depending on the level and on the version of WCAG. And also, when it's doable, as I said before, fixed layout won't do the job. I'm going to show the tool, and I will come back to this scheme. So there is an interface accessible on the web where you log in. And what happens when you upload an EPUB, it extracts the pictures inside. It shows you in a small web reader where the picture is. It suggests an alternative description. You check them. You mark them as ready, job done, and then you re-export the file. So here is here is my presentation. Okay, okay. So right now I'm going to upload an example file. And so as you can see, it shows me the title, the authors, the amount of images included in it, and some of the previous files we already worked on. We have like a type of progression bar. But what is going to interest us particularly so you have the web reader, you have the picture, you have a sidebar with all the pictures, and you have space to type text. If there is already an alternative text, it's going to show up here. If there is none, the image will be marked as decorative for now. But Okay, so this is a book that is talking about technology as a new religion. And let's see how the AI interprets the picture. So result is a hand holding a smartphone with two cameras in the back. The hand seems to be holding the phone firmly. The image is black and white. So there are a few details that are not needed, like two cameras in the back of the phone. It's not important. And the AI also forgets to point that it's holding the phone, but in a prayer position. So as you see, there are good points. It's not perfect. You're still going to have to correct it afterwards. Let's take another example. This one is a good one. So, the picture is like there is a hand with a phone, and there is a rock under it, and the rock is falling apart slowly. So the picture says a hand is pointing to an iceberg with a phone on it. The iceberg is melting. And symbolizing the environmental impact. So the picture and the AI are both right, except for one thing. It's the iceberg, but it's not so wrong, but it's still a rock falling apart. So after this, when all of this is over, you can export your file. It's going to be an EPUB check compliant file, and you can re-import it. So now I'm going to talk about the 2 and 3 dots. So one of the key points that we did not approach, I think, or not enough, is, okay, making a book accessible is fine, but how do you transmit the information to the resellers, and how do you complete this information by yourself? So it's going to be a whole lot of tools, of which Readium Go Toolkit. You will use ACE, you will use EPUB check as well, and you also need probably custom processes to check the files, update metadata inside the file, and also from this metadata, generate ONIX metadata. So it's going to be processes talking to each other, responding, completing each other. So it's some kind of gymnastics. I forgot to talk to you about the upcoming features of the tool that I showed you. We are currently working on the long alternative text. We also plan to include prompts refining, because for now, as you may have seen, there is no prompt, there is no exchange with the model. We also plan, if needed, to be able to switch the AI model. If we find another AI that is fine regarding our principles, then why not propose another one and switch? If there is one working better for one kind of book, then use this one, no problem. We are also automating logo tagging inside the EPUB, just to gain time. And one of the big works we are working on is automatic detection of foreign language text sequences inside the text. So this is quite a big challenge and also an interesting thing for the publishers. And we want also this tool to be able to analyze and assess the conformance level that I was talking about WCAG. So this is what I was talking about the metadata automation. For the users, we also want to create dashboards so that you can find easily non-compliant files. And there is also a continuous update of the Onyx we send to the resellers, because if you think that every reseller uses the correct Onyx standards, good luck. Last point is another tool that already exists for quite a bit of time, but we want to check if the resellers show the metadata correctly on their website. So we have a tool that is called Hercule, because it makes a lot of work, that goes on the reseller's website and scraps or interrogates the metadata, the reseller's database. And it's gonna make a synthesis of all the data it collected. So we already use it to know are my books well online. We check their prices, we check if their covers are good, and the publisher just goes to his account and says, all right, I'm gonna check my covers. I have 20 books. For resellers, I check in a single page, is everything right? So about the accessibility, it's gonna be useful because every reseller is gonna show the things in a different way. Here you have Amazon that already started doing some efforts. It's not finished yet, and Kobo as well. So what we want to do, just like we did for covers, prices, and so on, we want the publishers to be able to log in, check their new releases for the month of July. Is everything, have I made the job? And have the resellers made the job? So this tool is gonna be for us, for the publishers, but also for the public authority agency and other public institutions to follow on what's, is it really applied by the resellers. So that's it for me, and thank you for your attention.